Hello, my name is Amy Frank. I'm a visual artist, a mental health advocate, and I do inspirational speaking here in Victoria, BC. I'm also an aspiring writer and poet. I'm going to give a brief backstory on what I'm sharing today. In 2004, when I was 18, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what bipolar disorder is, it's a mental illness categorized as a mood disorder. Its symptoms are manic or hypomanic highs that swing to devastating or suicidal lows. It's been a long journey to get here. I am proud to be clean, stable, and sober today. A big part of my journey in public speaking is about self-empowerment. So what can I do for myself to stay mentally, emotionally, and physically well? I've been on psychiatric meds since I was 15 years old, and I've had some pretty serious side effects. I've been advocating to get a trial off of medications for the first time ever in my life. I am not against medications in any way, but my life is so much different now than it was back then. And I really want to know where my natural brain chemistry is at without drugs, alcohol, or psychiatric meds in my system. If you have any interest in my journey, my advocacy, my art, or my poetry, please let me know after the show. Today's piece I'm going to be sharing is a poem I wrote called The Dragon's Daughters. It's about family. It's partly inspired by astrology. So in Chinese astrology, my father is year of the water dragon. My mom is year of the wood sheep. In Western astrology, my sister is a Sagittarius, which is an archer, a fire sign, and I am an Aries, which is a ram, also a fire sign. Aries is the beginning of the Western zodiac. So, here we go. The Dragon's Daughters by Amy Frank. Our father is a dragon. Our mother is a lamb. Our father lives up to his dragon breed. Revered, generous, courageous, grand. Being raised by a dragon doesn't leave one unscathed. A child learns quickly that water puts out flames. One day the archer went away. Her wings had grown, and she couldn't stay. She flew off to find the Shire, they say. Well, in Mordor, I remains. I grew up there in the dark, alone in the pitch-black depths. It's in the shallow waters now, where I struggle to catch my breath. The archer laughed, and my little flame flickered into view, now placed into the spotlight of a dragon's spew. It didn't take long until I left too. Back then, a prison was all I knew. I thought it was a dragon, and parts of that are true. But really, the prison was inside me. It was everywhere I went. The darkness clawed at my psyche, a constant argument. It doesn't matter where I go. When I don't fit in, it always shows. When my emotions induce hurricanes, a traumatized society deems me insane. They never looked beneath the sea. They fed me stories about chemistry. They filled my body with toxicity, rarely asking what happened to me. They offered me a world with no control. They took my power and gave me pills. No one knew this. It's not their fault. People can't know what they were never taught. I also know that what will be, and that every step I've taken is part of the journey. That being said, there is room to grow. If Western and holistic merged, we'd heal people, you know? When the archer returned, I was gone. Lost in my psyche, I was withdrawn. I watched her cry when she saw the harm. Like a bird that plucks, I had featherless arms. Darkness, darkness, for so long. A constant battle of right and wrong. But here I am now, free of the cage. I'm still inside it, but the bars did fade. I'm learning how to take control, to be the author of my world. Meditation really helps. Stop, breathe, ground yourself. Our dragon dad has a fearsome roar. His currents have dragged us along the ocean floor. Dark and deep in the depths of the sea, the grinding has polished her and me. I am grateful for this shaping, for this dulling of my edges. I was sharp when in the dark. The grinding made me better. My sister is made of purple sea glass, washed onto the shore. She lives along the beaches, where it's light and warm. I live where I still see the light, within the midwater zone. The darkness is close by, but I was given a light of my own. Bioluminescence granted me with sight. The depths are filled with toothy beasts, but I have no fright. I am one of them, you see. I can't live in the shallow end. The toothy beasts that live near me are my closest, most cherished friends. My sister and I have an inseparable bond, even when we're dragged apart. We have dragons in our blood and lambs within our hearts. To she and our parents, I have this to say. We've really come a long, long way. I am here now, and I'm okay. I have light inside to guide my way, a glow within that won't decay. It is I who tend this delicate flame. It's mine to protect. It's mine to tame. The dragon's daughters are resilient and brave, gentle like lambs, dynamic like waves. My father is a dragon. My mother is a lamb. My sister is an archer. I start things. I'm the ram. Thank you.